If you're planning for a year, sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, plant trees. If you're planning for a lifetime, educate people. There are many ways you can make an impact on the world. But the greatest impact you can make is to empower people by spreading education, as it connects you with the stories, theories, and accomplishments of faraway cultures and generations. It offers you a body of knowledge greater than you can ever gain on your own in a single lifetime. As quoted by G.K. Chesterton, and I quote, "Education is simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another." I unquote.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Jai Jagat.
Sorry, did I hear you say something like Jai Jagat? What is Jai Jagat?
Jai Jagat means hail the word. It is the philosophy of our school, which means the whole world is one country and mankind its citizen.
Ah, you seem to be very excited. Isn't it just another day of school?
You can say that, but for us, the students of CMS, each day is so unique and special in its own way. For example, if you take a look at this board, it shows all the astounding achievements of my friends.
Wow, that's impressive. Could you please tell me more about your school?
Why not? Come along and take a look at my school.
A principal is a person who is the leader of an entire community within a school. One who is responsible for managing major administrative tasks and supervising all students and teachers. She works in for long hours and balancing within her roles to ensure that she is doing what she feels is the best for all constituents involved. Such is the person we are going to meet next.
May I please come in, ma'am? Good morning, I'm Jai Jagat, ma'am.
Good morning, and Jai Jagat Swarnima.
Ma'am, I have somebody who is curious about our campus and its ideologies. Would you please elucidate us about our school?
Certainly. Welcome to our school, which comprises of little over 800 students and 37 staff members. We firmly believe that it is our size that helps us build strong bonds of community and partnership, wherein all stakeholders work closely together and support each other. Our school is committed to provide purposeful, diverse, and meaningful learning experiences to our students that are connected and sustainable to the rest of their lives. We know that effective learning is not just about acquiring subject knowledge or gaining mastery of subject knowledge, but it is also about acquiring of skills or the 6 C's and a growth mindset. Our classrooms are therefore places where students feel welcomed, challenged, and supportive. We take pride in being a school that fosters attitudes and behaviors which allow our students to become morally upright, global citizens of the world with a scientific temperament. Integrated education being CMS Anand Nagar's watchword, students are encouraged to take part in abundance of activities like model class presentation, inter-campus, inter-school competitions, literary fairs, Scouts and Guides program, Divine Education Seminar, Eureka International, educational trips, and many such more. Over the years, our campus has witnessed expansion both in terms of infrastructure and upgradation to ICSE in 2019 and ISE in 2021 to provide better facilities and service to our students. Swarnima, why don't you take them on a little tour to our campus and let them have a look around?
Sure, ma'am. Thank you for the permission.
Do I hear music somewhere?
You know, at CMS, daily assemblies are well planned to spiritually nourish its students. I will ask our music teacher a little bit more about our assemblies.
Thank you, Swarnima. You know, prayer is a very important part of our school, right? It is an opportunity, it's a privilege where we commune with God. It's a two-way communication. Prayer is always a two-way communication where we commune with God and we not only ask Him, but we also praise Him and we exalt His name. At CMS, we believe that a strong character is the outcome of the deep proximity one has with God. Okay, it's not only about his commandments, but about Him as a person also. We believe the students must have spiritually upright walk with God to be able to face all circumstances with sound moral qualities. Thus, spiritual education and growth of every child at CMS is a sine qua non and is given at par importance with academics. Thank you, Swarnima.
Thank you, sir. Oh, it's time to get to my class now. Janvi, would you mind helping me and taking over from here?
Of course, I'd love to.
Thank you so much.
In the pre-primary section, we have fun-filled activities where learning becomes interesting and enjoyable, going beyond textbooks and whiteboards. Oh, here's a pre-primary coordinator. Ma'am would be a better person to apprise us about the Montessori methodology and tell us more about what goes in the pre-primary section.
Could you please demonstrate the working of the Montessori apparatus?
Sure, ma'am. You know, we offer our students opportunities to develop the potential to think critically, work collaboratively, and act confidently. A skill set for 21st century.
I would like to add that we perform science experiment, focus on enhancing the creativity skills through art and craft, along with cooperative games and outdoor games, and mini splash pool. Storytelling sessions are also being conducted to spark child's imagination and to stimulate curiosity. Janvi, before you leave, why don't you show our colorful computer lab?
Sure, ma'am, I'd love to.
Hey Janvi, good to see you. What brings you here?
So, we're actually here to see and appreciate our computer labs.
Sure Janvi, you know, during these unprecedented times, how the information technology sector has embraced and reshaped the teaching and learning methodology.
Not only does our school focus on English as a language, but also we are deeply connected to our roots and cultures. We consider Hindi language as important as English, and I'm sure our Hindi teacher can vouch on that.
अपनी मातृभाषा हिंदी को शिक्षा के आधुनिक तरीकों व नई नई तकनीकियों से सिखाना ही विद्यालय का प्रमुख लक्ष्य है, ताकि हर बच्चा श्रवण, वाचन, पठन व लेखन सभी कौशलों का विकास कर इसमें दक्षता प्राप्त करे व अपनी मातृभाषा पर गर्व कर सके।
Hey, where are you both going?
To the science lab.
Just the place I was going to. How about you both taking it over from here?
Sure.
Thank you.
Now, which is this beautiful place?
Well, this is the place where we give wings to the mind, flight to imagination, and a life to our thoughts. This is the reading room, my favorite place in the school. Ma'am, would you please add more to the score?
Yes, sure, why not? We teach and encourage students to learn reading through phonics, which is the most effective way of teaching children to learn to read by allowing them to see and hear the sounds of the letters and provide them the tools to understand it properly, laying a proper foundation for the success of a child.
I am Ambika Krishna from class KG. Today I am going to tell you the story of Little Red Riding Hood.
You must have heard that science is a way of life and that it is a perspective, a process that takes us from confusions to understanding. But sometimes for some, formulas, principles, theorems, chemical reactions and the periodic table is quite difficult to learn. But you know what? Not for us, because we have well-equipped laboratories and efficient teachers. Hello ma'am. Chemical reactions and equations are quite scary, aren't they ma'am?
Why do you say that, Rich Mohini? Since everything that you see around is science and mostly a result of chemical reaction, be it the curdling of milk, the green color of leaves, digestion of food in our body, and even we talking to each other is an example of science. But yes, you need to allocate time to do lot of problem solving and critical thinking on a regular basis, and that would make everything easy for you. Right, Rich Mohini?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let me introduce you to the Junior and Senior Wing Coordinator of our campus. Ma'am, could you please throw some light on the wonderful activities that are conducted in Junior and Senior Wings?
Of course. Let's see. Where should I start? We have introduced a new method, TMS, or Target Minimum Score, with the help of Ms. Dawn Taylor, which involves assessing, revising, and questioning to ensure that the students are on the right track of strategic learning. New techniques are introduced to assess the students, provide them with individual targets to improve and award them when they are able to achieve their targets. It also enables the students to modify the approach of learning if the desired result is not achieved. Then we have ELP projects where we adopt methods like PowerPoint presentation, research-based studies and other innovative methods like flipped classroom to enhance their collaborative and creativity skills. We have PTM scheduled once in a month. Am I right, Tayyabba ma'am?
Definitely. It is the most important part of our activities. It gives parents and teachers an opportunity to connect and bond for the benefit of their children, allowing parents to express their concern and hopes for their children's future.
We have a special program called Home Visits, which help our school to connect with our parents. Now we have ma'am telling us more about this program.
Programs like Home Visit, and during the pandemic times we had e-visits, which were great catalysts in establishing and strengthening the teacher and parent bonding, and a great tool to evaluate the performance of a student in both academic and non-academic areas, assisting them to excel to the best of their abilities.
Now we have our maths teacher to reflect upon Khan Academy.
We have collaborated with Khan Academy, which is an online learning app with videos, exercises and tests for maths. It helps educate students as it involves fun resources and innovative teaching techniques, both synchronous and asynchronous mode of teaching.
Let's not forget intervention classes, which are specially formulated to assist students to cope up with their prescribed curriculum. These classes are either conducted before or after their regular classes, as they are designed to add to their academic growth and learning.
Wouldn't you all like to know about the special activities like radio program, video conferences, special day celebration, and also about hobby clubs and activity classes?
Special day celebrations add to the joy of life and living, and at the same time make children aware about the significance of various occasions related to colors, festivals, vegetables, and environment, and the list goes on.
A little more from ma'am.
Sure, Abhijit. We operate an eco club in the primary, junior and senior section with 50 students who work as in charges, champions and members to empower and sensitize them by participating and taking up meaningful environmental activities with the purpose to generate awareness among everyone. Also, in order to improve learning experiences, develop inner talents, speaking skills and leadership qualities, co-curricular activities and hobby clubs play a vital role. Our curriculum includes dance, music, sports and physical activities to cater to the all-round development of a child. We even have a few other activities in hobby clubs, namely IT and Reasoning Club, Literary Club and Art and Crafts Club. I would like to take this opportunity in congratulating 3 of our students, Janvi, Swarnima and Abhijit, who participated in the Adhyan Community of Practice webinar on the topic how to create a socio-emotional learning school culture. Children as keynote speakers spoke eloquently on the topic about the sessions that are conducted in school. Since I have Abhijit here, I would like him to share his feelings about his participation in the Adhyan webinar. Abhijit?
Yes, ma'am. It was indeed a wonderful opportunity and a matter of great pride to take part in that Adhyan webinar. It also gave me immense confidence to participate in the face-to-face video conferences. Monica ma'am can very well elucidate on the face-to-face project.
Certainly, participating in video conferencing is a wonderful opportunity for students to share their views and understand views of other students too, both national and international, getting to know about matters that influence and transform students' thinking and personality, to think and to come up with solutions for a better global student society.
Ma'am, our campus is also participating in CMS radio programs. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely correct, Abhijit. To reach out to all, be it rich or poor, old or young, radio is a medium which is used in all quarters. We at CMS have a radio program administered by the name of CMS Vishwa Voice. It is a platform for the students to share their views with the listeners and get acquainted with the broadcasting experience. So far, we have broadcasted many programs related to general issues, social issues and UN special days like World Organ Donation Day, International Youth Day, Hygienic Food, Elders' Order Should Be Paramount, Peace and Humanity and many more.
I wonder how you all are able to keep pace with such a variety of activities. What about wellness?
I thought you'd ask that. As defined by the WHO, wellness is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and our school is very sensitive towards this need of ours. Do you agree, ma'am?
Definitely. I totally agree what you said, Abhijit. Indeed, for our students' moral development, we have wellness sessions and virtue circles, which creates a stress-free ambience and helps to strengthen the socio-emotional connectivity between the students and the teachers, the students among themselves, and the students with their parents.
Not only is CMS concerned with our academics in the present, but they also provide us guidance in planning our future through proper career counselling sessions. Let's hear it from a career counsellor.
In today's world, which is so ambiguous, which is so volatile and uncertain, if you have to be successful in your career, you have to be very certain and confident about certain things while deciding upon the careers. Believe me, there is never a right career, but only the right choices that you make that will make the career which you will pursue the right one for you.
An interesting program, JYEP, a Junior Youth Empowerment Program, is running in CMS to make students sensitive and respond to the evils of society humanely. We have our campus's coordinator with us to share his thought on this.
In this program, we engage junior youths aged 12 to 15 in meaningful conversations about achieving excellence in life and making the right decisions. The aim and purpose of the program is to reinforce moral structures in the junior youths so that they can discern between right and wrong. We have recently started a service project called Shiksha Ek Pehal, in which the student volunteers from class 8 educate the helper staff at the campus.
CMS is constantly working towards upgrading the infrastructure and improving the facilities provided to the students. Going hand in hand with the infrastructure policy, we at Anand Nagar have also taken up the task of enhancing the infrastructure facilities. Naming few of the upcoming projects, we have the installation of the AC panels in progress. This will help in the efficient working of the ACs. We will also be very soon having our own terrace playground, which will be constructed on the topmost floor of the building, and it will be equipped with an astroturf floor and various areas for different sport activities.
I can see not only students but their mothers too enjoy various club activities like spoken English classes, IT training classes, dance, Zumbastic, and art and craft classes. Wow, all of these are organized by your school. It's so wonderful. You students seem to have a lot of fun, don't you? That's excellent. Swarnima, I would like to meet your principal ma'am again and thank her. Thank you, ma'am. I loved everything about your school. How do you manage and cope up with such a myriad of activities?
How do we do this? It's our staff. Our staff is committed, caring, trained in all that they do as teachers. They're focused on our students with strong and emphasis on clear and open communication with the parents. We are flexible, understanding, promise to work around the challenges which may arise in the lives of our little students. We work very hard to make school a happy and a safe place for each child.
What a plethora of learning activities, extracurricular activities, and activities related to overall development of the students. I'm sure that whatever you have shown me is still just a concise form of the extensive and elaborate learning. It was indeed a walk down the memory lane for me, and I earnestly wish this exemplary model of education is adapted to and adopted by schools which are there to give education its meaningful definition. Your process of learning has intrigued me to think about how high a horizon education can scale and how deep the influence of a good education system has on the personality of every student. Education no longer remains in the confines of being called a vocation. Rather, it is now a calling, a God-given opportunity for the noble to respond and transfer their learning to all. Dear students, a big thank you for taking me around the school premises. Until the next session, it is adios. And as I have learnt, Jai Jagat. Be safe, everyone.